Hello everybody and welcome. It's Sports Gaming Fever here with some more Franchise Hockey Manager 6. Today we're going to do a little something different. Well, I suppose we did it in the past trying to break the NHL, but they did an update probably about a month or two ago now where you can add even more expansion teams right off the bat. So we're going to do that here. I'm sorry. We'll go to a standard game. I want opening night. We'll do break 2. Alright, here we are loaded up. And we're going to deselect all of them. We're only focused on the NHL and the American Hockey League. And this will help it sim faster. So we'll click OK on that. No, we do not want challenge mode because we want to be commissioner. Starting July 1st. I guess we'll be unemployed. Totally unknown. That's fine. NHL break. Yeah, none of our stuff matters because we're just going to be commissioner. We will not be controlling any team whatsoever. So we're going to click OK on that. That is fine. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side of this load screen. It'll likely take a little bit. Alright guys, and here we are, all loaded up and ready to go. Now we have some job offers, but we're not looking to do any of that. We're going to go to manager options. Or is it manager home? Yes, commissioner mode, manager options. Cool, so we will be commissioner. I do not want any updates. I really don't. Maybe we'll do transactions. And awards. That sounds fun. So yes, now that we are commissioner, we can edit the NHL. So if we go to, if we just go to the National Hockey League here, you can see it's all set up like the regular teams. But if we go here, we can take over any team we want. That's all right. But I do want to edit the league. So we're going to go here and we're going to go edit. Now, we still want to be the NHL. That's all good and fine. We're not going to mess with any of this stuff. But we will go to structure. And here they allow us to add a number of teams. So I don't believe it's infinite. Yeah, see right there they stopped us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 15 here as well. So that adds up to 60 teams. So we need to enable some drafts for these guys. To schedule an expansion draft for any teams to add, see expansion drafts tab. So first, yeah, we'll go here and we want them all to draft all at the same time. So some teams will wind up worse than others due to this. We don't want age-based exemption, I don't think. No, we're not going to protect no movement clauses or no trade clauses. NHL expansion draft. That will take place on the 25th of July. That is fine. You know what? Let's just make it take place. Oh, what did I do there? 25 rounds, yeah. Oh no, it'll take place the next day. Cool. So we're going to generate that draft. Let's show the draft order really quick. We're just going to randomize this a few times. I'm closing my eyes. I'm turning away. All right. So Dallas Rascals will pick first. All right, so the draft is generated. Now we're going to generate a schedule, new schedule generated. And actually, should we look at the rule changes? No, that's all good, actually. Yeah, we'll leave it as is. 16 teams still make the playoffs, so there will be a lot of people left out here. All right, so with that, we'll save the current game just to ensure everything is here and we don't lose it. So now we will continue on to the expansion draft and we will see the results. So if we go to Albuquerque, let's see what they got. They got Jake Allen, Gord. Who picked first? It was Dallas, correct? D for Dallas. Dallas Rascals. Who'd you get? Oh, you got Holtby. You got Stahl, Gostisbehere, Holla, Kemp. Wow. Let's see potential was. Nice. So now if we look at someone like Washington who lost Holtby. Let's see what they're left with. They do have Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Carlson, Backstrom, Oshie, and Verana. But everybody else is just, well, I suppose they have Ilya Samsonov. That's good. That's actually likely who they protected over Holtby, because I think you're only allowed to protect one goalie. Now let's get to a team I know, like the Boston Bruins, and see what they got. Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak, Rask, Krejci, Krug, McAvoy, DeBrusk, and Chara remain. And then it's just all of these, a lot of prospects, such as Studnicka, and some depth like Richie. So yeah, it's safe to say some of these teams are really, really not well off here. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to sim off camera, and we're going to see what happens. So I'll probably check in a couple months into the season, I'd say. Or if anything big comes up that I'd like to show you off the bat. All right, so I'll see you just after that. Okay, so we're back here. It is January 1st, 2020. You can see we have a couple job offers here, but we are not interested in that, so we'll delete those. I have not checked anything yet. I have not checked the standings, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Bruins in first place in the Atlantic. Then we have the New York Canucks, 27-14-3. Los Angeles White Sox at the bottom there. But as you can see, I mean, you still have the top three here. You still have Florida where you'd think they are. Ottawa shot up, more so than one would expect. Pittsburgh, Columbus, Philadelphia at the top there. Devils a bit down. Islanders way towards the bottom. Hurricanes down there as well. San Jose, Calgary, Vegas, Canucks, and Coyotes all topping their expansion neighbors here. And then in the Western Conference Central, so Winnipeg, Blackhawks, Blues, Stars, and Avalanche at the top. Preds right around there as well. So it's interesting to see that, you know, a couple teams, mainly in the East, is where some of the expansion teams have had some more success than others. If we go to conference, the Canucks are third in the conference, in the Eastern Conference here with 57 points. Pittsburgh flying away with 73. But let's look at the wild card race. So you have the Chicago Macedons here holding on to a wild card spot, though they do have Florida behind them, even in points with 4 games in hand. But the Canucks are looking to hold on to their lead, though. It is close. It is a tight race in the East. And over here in the West, also pretty tight in terms of these wild card teams. We'll see what happens, though. The Houston Mighty Mites are just outside of it. So it'd be cool to see them get in. We're also going to look at the stats. Wow, that's going to take a minute to load, ain't it? You know what I'm going to do? I think I already did it, but I'm going to save our progress. Cool. So in goals, no, I'm just looking for the expansion teams. Players, points, nobody. Shots, nobody. Plus minus, nobody on those expansion teams. Shots blocked, we have a leader in Martinez, and then Fowler, who's on another team there. Face-off percentage, Victor Rask leads the way, and he's on the Mighty. Is that the Mighty Mites? It would look like the logo the Mighty Mites would have. Shorthand goals there. Let's go to goalie leaders. Murray, Gibson, Domenko, Anderson, who is goals against. You don't really want to be leading in that statistic. You got Markstrom, save percentage. You got Sparks and saves. Holtby right behind him. Minutes played, Kemper. Games played in Kemper as well. Let's check out the attendance. I would like to see. Wow, Jacksonville Lopes have done good with their average attendance or their home total. Wait, what is this? Capacity use? So these 4 teams are selling out. None of the expansion teams sell. Oh, well, let's see the sellouts at home. Chicago, Toronto. Any expansion teams? Charlotte Barracudas. Memphis Bucks. San Diego Victory with a couple sellouts. Nice. And let's see home total. Yeah, San Diego up there. Cool. So some of the expansion teams are having success. Let's go to league. Who's the worst in the league? The Ducks are the worst in the league. So they're not even able to contend with some of these expansion teams. Anyway, I'm going to sim up until the end of the season now. And I'll catch you guys there unless anything else big comes up. We'll see what happens. I'd like to get through the playoffs and everything and just see who gets crowned the champion. My bet is on the Pittsburgh Penguins at this point, just given their place in the league. But we will see about that. All right. See you after the break. All right, everybody. Here we are, and it is playoff time. But let's see who made the cut. So if we look here, it looks like the New York Canucks will make it. Let's look here. Yep, Canucks will. Macedon short. Is it just going to be the one expansion team? It looks like it will be the one expansion team in there, but I'd like to see how they will do. What does the roster look like? I mean, it doesn't look like they have anything too special. They do have Cheadle, they have Frolik, Montour, Neal, Dickinson. Yeah. Craig Anderson, the goalie. Let's look at their lines, actually. Yeah, kind of a Vegas Golden Knights situation where it's just kind of these misfit toys all coming together. So that's interesting. Anyway, we'll sim a day. And that'll likely set up the playoff tree for us. So if we go here again, yes, playoff tree is here. So it will be the, what is this team? New York Canucks. The New York Canucks. Oh, an oxymoron. The New York Canucks versus the Bruins. And then you can see the rest there. The Rangers did make the playoffs, which is interesting. And over here, I guess Vancouver making the playoffs is a bit of a surprise. Arizona made it. But yeah, so let's see how far these Canucks can go. And we'll see what happens. It doesn't really look like too big of an NHL break this time around. But we will see what happens in the playoffs. So I'll sim the playoffs, or at least to the Stanley Cup final. And let you guys know when I'm there and show you what's new. All right, and as you can see here, guys, the Dallas Stars are your Stanley Cup champions. And so, yeah, if you look here, our one expansion team that made the playoffs, the New York Canucks, were swept by Boston. who went on to sweep Toronto and then get swept by Florida. But yeah, so not exactly an NHL break, kind of. I mean, let's look at the roster here, the Stanley Cup winning roster. You got Bishop, Sagan, Benn, Klingberg, Radulov, Pavelski, Heiskanen, Jason Robertson, Perry, Corey Perry, Gardner, and so on there. You still have Oettinger as your goalie. Well, I suppose you're back up to Bishop, and as a great up-and-comer. So, yeah, there it is, folks. There are your champions. So not exactly a break here, but we'll take a look at the standings at the end of the season. We'll go to the league, and so yeah, eventually Jacksonville Lopes and the White Sox, the Los Angeles White Sox, wound up at the bottom. But as we scroll along here, you can see that you know, some of these expansion teams actually did fairly well. If we go to the conference, actually, yeah, it wasn't all too bad for some of these teams. Let's take a look at just a random New York Sun Sox. Zingle. Yeah, that's kind of what you can expect from a team who has Zingle as their best player. Nothing against him, but no superstar. Meanwhile, you know, Pittsburgh still has Crosby, Murray, Malkin, Letang. I believe we checked out the Mastodons before. Raquel, Killorn, Cahoon, Vetrano. Yeah, so it's no wonder why some of these teams didn't do too well. But if we look at the Canucks, the New York Canucks, that is, you know, they're kind of in a similar situation, but it seemed to gel quite well. And they have Cheetah, who has great potential, Ferraro, who has decent potential. So it'd be interesting to see if they can sneak back into the playoffs once again. But anyway, we're going to leave it here, and I am actually really anxious to keep on going with this. Sim a few seasons down the road and see what happens. But for now, guys, we will leave it here. Hopefully, you will come and check it out next time. See you later.